You grind abroad for years, send every penny home, then discover your own blood stole your future. Adana learned this truth under a blood moon, when the village cockerel crowed not at dawn, but at midnight. Her heart, once full as the yam barn, shattered like fragile kola nut. But the spirits watch, and karma's drum beats slow for the wicked. Adana came into the world under the lucky star of the rainy season, the first fruit of Mama Neka and Papa Chike's union. Ebedi was no Lagos of towering glass and humming generators. It was a humble cluster of mud-thatched huts along dusty paths, where dreams sprouted wild like guinea corn in fertile fields, but too often withered under the relentless sun of poverty. Chickens scratched in compounds, goats bleated at dawn, and children chased one another with sticks, mimicking warriors of old. Adana, from her earliest days, had eyes bright as polished cowrie shells, and a spirit fierce as a mother lioness guarding her cubs. She vowed to shatter her family's chains. At 18 summers, fortune smiled. A visa lottery, whispered to be blessed by the earth goddess Annie herself, carried her to the land of the eagle, the United States, where streets gleamed with promised gold and opportunities flowed sweeter than palm wine at festival. Kneeling before the family shrine, ringed by flickering oil lamps and the scent of roasted yam offerings, Adana clasped her parents' hands. "I go build us a house," she swore, her voice steady as the Iroko tree. "A mighty bungalow with shining zinc roof, cool tiled floors that defy the heat, and wide windows to catch the golden sunrise. No more leaking thatch in the rains, no more scorpion stings in the dark of night." Mama Neka's tears fell like the first rains. "My daughter, the spirits light your path, but beware the green-eyed snake that slithers in the grass. Envy strikes silent and deadly." Papa Chike, his broad shoulders bent from years tilling unyielding red earth, nodded gravely, his voice rough as gravel. "Save every kobo, Adana. The land is yours by ancient right. The plot at the village edge, there where the acacias bow to the wind." Ah, that plot, a treasure from the ancestors. Papa Chike had claimed it in his youth, wrestling thorny bushes and termite hills with bare hands and unyielding will. Elder Okoro, the village sage with a beard white as scattered agusi seeds and eyes that pierced souls, had poured libations of palm wine and cola upon it. "This soil is blessed," he intoned, his cowries rattling like spirit voices. "It will cradle your lineage through ages untold." Adana crossed the great waters on wings of iron, landing in the icy grip of Chicago. The city assaulted her, towering buildings like giant anthills, snow that bit like vengeful spirits, winds howling through concrete canyons. She found work scrubbing marble floors in mansions of the wealthy, her knees raw on cold tiles. By day, she flipped burgers in greasy diners till her fingers blistered and swelled. By night, she drove delivery trucks through blizzards, headlights cutting fog like a machete. Every paycheck burned in her pocket till payday's end. She wired home religiously, $300, then $500, rising to $1,000 as overtime piled. No frivolities, no glittering weaves from beauty shops, no jollof feasts with new friends. For the house, she murmured to her threadbare pillow each lonely night, dreaming of blue-washed walls, a spacious parlour echoing with family laughter, and a kitchen fragrant with Mama's egusi soup. In Ebedi, the remittances bloomed. A bank account opened in Adana's sole name at the cooperative in neighbouring Onitsha, guarded like a chief's regalia. Title deeds arrived, stamped with official seals, locked in a carved wooden box. Her brother Emeka, 2 years her junior, with a lazy grin splitting his round face and eyes that darted like a market thief's, watched from the shadows. Emeka tilled no fields. He lounged beneath the ancient Iroko tree, spinning tales of get-rich-quick schemes to wide-eyed youths. "Adana sends money like the endless Niger," he'd boast, masking his festering jealousy with hollow laughter. But what of Emeka? Do the gods favour only the firstborn? Mama Neka warned him often, her wrapper clutched tight. Emeka, your sister's sweat builds our future roof. Touch not her cooking pot, lest the fire burn you, Papa Chike growled. Work the land, boy. Dreams without hands are smoke, but envy, that insidious green serpent, coiled deeper into Emeka's heart. He saw the account swell, $10,000 after 2 years, $25,000 after 5. Adana called weakly, her voice crackling over the crackly line. Mama, is the money safe? Does the plot wait, green and ready? Safe as the god's own palm wine, my child, Mama assured. Emeka eavesdropped, fingers twitching like hungry spiders. One bustling market day, as traders hawked smoked fish and bolts of Ankara, a sly land dealer named Obi sidled up, his smile oily as palm kernel oil. Emeka, my brother, that prime plot at the edge. Developers from Lagos circle like vultures. $30,000 cash, hand to hand. Quick, quick, your sister abroad won't know a thing. It's not mine to sell, Emeka snapped, but his pulse quickened. The serpent hissed, it could be. Time flowed like River Niger in full flood. 10 years turned Adana 30, her once youthful hair threaded with grey from endless, bone-wearying shifts. She scrimped fiercer, sold her threadbare winter coat to a thrift shop, skipped Christmas gatherings with Igbo sisters in America, lived on rice and beans. The down payment swelled to $50,000. Soon, Mama, I'll return, lay the foundation with my own hands, hire the best bricklayers from Abuja. But Emeka's patience snapped like dry palm frond. The serpent commanded, take it now. Live like kings do. Mama lay frail, her eyes dim as dying embers. Forging her shaky signature was child's play. At the Onitsha Bank, he withdrew in slices. $5,000 for family medicines, $10,000 for farm tools, till the pot emptied. The plot? He sold it under moonlight to Obi's Lagos developers, pocketing $30,000 in crisp notes. No witnesses save the night spirits and a watchful owl that hooted mournfully. With blood money burning hot, Emeka metamorphosed. He bought a gleaming red motorcycle, roaring through Ebedi's paths like a false chief, dust billowing in his wake. Agbada robes of gold-embroidered silk draped his frame. He wed Chioma, the village's radiant beauty with skin like polished mahogany, in a ceremony of excess. 20 goats slaughtered, their blood staining the earth. Drummers summoned from distant Enugu pounded rhythms that shook the ground. Palm wine cascaded from gourds like waterfalls. Guests feasted on mountains of pounded yam and pepper soup, bellies bursting. Behold my fortune! Emeka bellowed, tossing naira like confetti. Adana sends rivers, but Emeka turns them to oceans. He erected a bustling shop for Chioma, shelves groaning under imported bags of rice, tins of sardines, bottles of vegetable oil gleaming like treasures. In Chicago, unease gnawed Adana. Her American friends urged, check the bank portal, sister. Trust but verify. Heart pounding, she logged in. Balance? 0. Deeds transferred to strangers. The world spun. Her blood turned to ice water. She booked the next flight, landing in Lagos amid monsoon rains, then crammed into a rattling danfo to Ebedi. The village thrummed. Emeka's red motorcycle screamed past, Chioma waving from the sidecar. At the family compound, Mama collapsed in sobs, confessing all. My son, the serpent took him. He sold everything. Adana charged to the bank, demanding records. The slips unfurled like a traitor's scroll. Elder Okoro convened the village council beneath the baobab's vast canopy, where ancestors' faces seemed carved in bark. Emeka strutted in, Chioma clinging, shop keys jangling. "Sister, calm your storm," he smirked. "It was for us all. The plot lay barren, sold for progress. See my thriving shop? Your dollars multiply under my touch." Adana thrust the slips forward, voice thunder. "My sweat from frozen nights, my house of dreams, stolen by kin!" Gasps rippled. From the baobab's branches, a talking parrot, herald of Allah, goddess of the land, squawked. "Lies rot the tongue. Truth cuts like panga." Emeka's laugh rang false, but omens crashed like waves. That night, lightning speared his shop. Flames danced wild, rice bags exploding in fiery pops, oil cans bursting into infernos. Chioma fled screaming, "Your greed summoned this!" His yam farm, once promising, summoned locust swarms that spared neighbors but stripped his fields bare, leaving stalks like bleached bones. Chioma divorced him publicly, clawing back her bride price and fleeing to her kin. Creditors swarmed like angry bees, OB demanding repayment, market women seizing his last fowl. Ragged and hollow-eyed, Emeka crawled to Mama's hut on the eve of Adana's return. "Sister, mercy, blood is thick. Share your light." Adana stood unbowed, eyes steel. "Blood binds the body, but trust is the soul's chain. Yours snapped it. The spirits judge now." Elder Okoro unveiled hidden grace. Foreseeing treachery via cowries years prior, he'd filed a shadow deed in Adana's name alone, invoking Annie's protection. The developer's hotel? Cursed foundations sank into spirit-haunted muck. Workers fled. Adana, back in Chicago, she joined Igbo professional unions, doubled shifts, networked relentlessly. $60,000 amassed in 2 fierce years. Homeward she flew, selecting a superior plot ringed by protective palms. Bricklayers hammered under her vigilant eye, foundations deep as elephant roots, walls thick against storms, roof zinc shining like new moon, solar panels harnessing sun's fire. Bedrooms 3, parlour vast for feasts, kitchen alive with memory. Emeka spectred from fringes, a beggar gnawing envy bone. Dawn brought final allegory. A massive python, Karma's scaled envoy, coiled at his threshold, hissing truths till he fled into wilderness, tale becoming cautionary chant. The housewarming shook Ebedi, drums thundering, cola nuts cracked, goat's savoury aroma mingling with smoke. Adana libated gin to skies. Honour sweat, punish deceit. Invest with eyes wide, trust as you would a viper. Mama rose from sickbed, vigour renewed by joy. Elder Okoro prophesied, Adana's house shelters generations, her wisdom eternal. And so, by Ebedi's firesides, her tale echoes. Grind true, guard your dreams. Karma bankrupts the betrayer. The wise rebuild with investments no hand can steal.